Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another audio commentary, StarCraft, done by Varosh and myself, Frank, and this is going to be a PvP on match point, WeMade versus ESTRO set 2. There's a little bit of technical difficulties. We have flying in the bottom left hand side of things, and we have Lucifer in the top right as the red Protoss flying the teal Protoss. Like I said, there was a bit of technical difficulties with the video. The video we got kind of froze out for about a minute up until this point right now. So we're going to start from here. Nothing too spectacular has happened thus far anyways. Some mana pylon attempts, and that's about it. And they've been completely blocked off. So both these players have opened with the exact same build orders. And yeah, so I wanted to comment a little bit about this player flying. I haven't heard much about him. And ESTRO, what I know ESTRO for is picking up newer players, sometimes foreign players, and they're not necessarily the greatest to start, but they usually do come up and they start honing face after a while, but around that time they get picked up by other teams, which is kind of unfortunate, but ESTRO doing a really good thing for the pro gaming scene, and it looks like the probe scout here for Lucifer is staying alive, and he's going to see the timing of the cybernetics core, and he's going to see that it's a little bit later than his own. Range is going up as well as alongside a second gateway so for Lucifer, so we're going to see what flying has in mind here. I'm not sure what that means on his later core timing. We're gonna have to see what he opts to go for here. Later tech, not sure that's necessarily what you want to be going for in a match like this, as well as not throwing down a second gateway even yet. So possibly looking for a fast expand, or just maybe he's not up to snuff. We'll see how he plays this one through.
I don't know what happened to flying there. He got everything up later. He got his second gate and his goon range starting both later. Really confusing. But anyway, earlier in the game, Lucifer also had an idle SCV cast. We made like a special point of pointing that out. Yeah, so this video just failed. It's like from 1:30 to 2:30, it was just the same image of Lucifer's face. And we had a lot of technical difficulties because like that happened and we were confused. And then upon take 2, Frank's internet crashed. So not a very auspicious start to this game. And personally, I haven't seen any flying games, but I think flying's a douche because he's got his name in brackets, he's Ghosty Flying, and his actual name's in brackets, not his clan tag. So, whoa, actually Lucifer is going to hide an expansion at the bottom right corner. That is not the natural expansion. That would traditionally be your fourth base, at least usually how Protoss versus Protoss plays out, so he's really hoping that that doesn't get scouted, and he's taking a huge risk right there. But considering that Ghosty just got, or I'm sorry, Flying just got everything started off a little bit late, he might just get away with it. It looks like Flying's going for a robotics facility. We'll see if that's for, hopefully, at least for Lucifer, hopefully that's for observers. He wouldn't like to see early reavers because he's going to have a little bit of vulnerability at the beginning of this game.
Yeah, and I do think that with the timing being so off for flying, I just don't know what's happened, like what happened there. It's so early in the game that you really don't see mistakes like that. Possibly he was going for some more probes or something like that. Maybe I have no idea how PvP would work in that regard, but I really just think that his timing was just really off. And it looks like all these probes are going to get transferred, but they're going to get spotted by the scouting probe. Oh, does he see it? They're taking kind of a weird little angle there. Oh, I have no idea if he saw that or not. That's kind of interesting. We're going to have to see if he did see them being transferred down that way. And if he did, then he's going to know that the Nexus is going up, and he's going to know where the expansion is. He might have to check the third on his way down, but I think he knows where it is. If he saw the probes being transferred, he's going to know where it is. So yeah, but regardless, I do think that Lucifer had that opportunity to throw up the Nexus because of how far flying was off. I mean, he was so far behind with his timing that Lucifer just had the extra everything, and he just decided that, well, throwing down the Nexus is just going to be the road that I take. He could have thrown down faster tech, he could have gotten robotics facility out faster, DTs out faster, which personally would have been my choice if I saw that my opponent had just failed and gone a little bit slower. I probably would have gone for DTs knowing that the tech was going to come out a lot later, but regardless, he's going to go for the economic game. This is a pro player, and pro players, if you get an advantage, you really want to sink it in, and I think the strongest way to go would definitely not to be for the kill, but to go for the economic gains, and that's what Lucifer is doing right now. Still on 2 gate. I do expect that he's going to throw up another gateway shortly. Yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and say that that Flying did not see those probes being transferred, which is extremely lucky for Lucifer, just because of the crazy AI route that they took along that one little bend there. So a little bit lucky on Lucifer's part, and I don't think that Flying knows what's up right now. He's got an observer in the base, but I don't think he's going to know what's going on.
I think what we have to assume is that during that little break, you know, where the video didn't have any, like where we couldn't see the video, we have to assume that Lucifer got just a fantastic manner pylon off that really must have delayed Flying. Flying did opt to go for a Zealot first, that delays it a little, but not that much. It must have been a pretty nice manner pylon for that to have happened. And both players going for Reaver attack, and I think all else is pretty much equal right now. Oh, he hasn't even scouted it. He has no idea. So Flying's, like, I think as a newer player, Flying just doesn't have the game sense. He should have sensed that there was something up. He should be looking around for an expansion, because he got into Lucifer's base and saw the amount of gateways, the amount of attack, and it just shouldn't have added up in his mind. He should be alerted by this. He's got an observer in the vicinity, but didn't go to the bottom right to scout that. So definitely Lucifer's up a base that it might be another 5 minutes before Flying even knows about. So Lucifer's just in fabulous position. Oh wow. Oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah, not getting that probes cut off like he wanted to, and it looks like though he's going to push across the map here, and now it looks like yeah, Lucifer has taken his natural base, which is going to be his 3rd base, and Flying has already taken his natural. I think Flying felt a little bit comfortable in his position, but he might now, like you were saying, his game sense wasn't quite on par, but I think now he realizes that something's up, and then he needs to make this push, because I don't think a player like this who is just so content to sit back is just now all of a sudden just deciding to push out. He might actually catch this shuttle in transit. Oh, not quite. The shuttle's actually going to make it off, and behind these 3 Dragoons, having to pull probes off the line, however. Yeah, now he's going to get that surround, just like we saw with Anytime versus Free. He's going to get that surround off, and he's going to be able to pinch these Dragoons in, as well as have the Reavers on the opposite side. And it looks like the Dragoons are going to push in here, try to pick off those Reavers. Not going to have it, though, and he's going to walk in here. Those Reavers, oh, taking a lot of damage, taking some Scarab hits. A lot of Dragoons in the back, though, as well as some forces in the front, and a Scarab going off, killing off 1 probe, looking to kill a 2nd one, focus firing those probes. And it looks like, oh no, it looks like Lucifer's going to come in here and pick off those Reavers as well. I think he lost his own Reavers, but he's still got a lot of Dragoons left, as well as that extra 3rd base up and running. So at this point in time, I think the game is pretty much locked in, sealed.